There's a cursed family, a fake marriage, 2 love triangles, a black Korean, and a serial kidnapper. Get in, girl, we going to Korea. Strong Girl Bong Soon, 15 out of 10. Listen, this is my #1 fave. I love you so much. Mwah. It's on Rackets and Vicky. Cutie Patootie Do Bong Soon comes from a long line of super strong diesel women, okay? She wants to create a video game about herself. She wishes she could be gentle and kind and soft and demure because that's the kind of gal her crush really like. Not working. She gets hired by gaming company CEO Min Hyuk to be his bodyguard because for various reasons, somebody always wants him dead and they are very willing to go to the most extreme lengths to make it happen, okay? Meanwhile, in Bong Soon's neighborhood, there's been a string of kidnappings and her friend gets targeted, so she's like, you know, let me put on my cape. I got to be Captain Save-A-Ho today. The show is full of funny moments, cute outfits, some great action when Bong Soon beats up a warehouse full of gangsters who for some reason hate her. Alchemy of Souls, 12 out of 10. This is the best fantasy show I've ever seen in my life, hands down. It's on Netflix. There's romance, fantasy, adventure. Every murder is a mystery. There's low-key some zombies going on. There's beautiful fashion. There's generational trauma. We're ticking all the boxes here. Ice boom. We're in Korea many moons ago. There is this ancient magic technique called the Alchemy of Souls, where you can put your soul inside of another body. We start with Naksu, an assassin. She's on the run, so she decides to employ the technique and put her soul in the body of a blind girl and assumes her identity as Mudok. She becomes a servant to this rich dude, Jang-uk. He's the son of the magical protector of the town, but he's got major daddy issues. He's very volatile and annoying. So he really wants to learn magic, but when he was a baby, his daddy blocked his magical abilities so that he can't learn. After the one time that he performed the Alchemy of Souls and it straight up ruined his life. So he blocked the kid, left the family, and ain't nobody seen him in 20 years. Well, it just so happens that Mudok, again, formerly Naksu, knows how to do this magic and is willing to teach him. Obviously, they end up falling in love because, of course, if you have high blood pressure, please consult your doctor before watching because, oh my god. Bride of the Century. Fake marriage girlies, come to the front. It's also on Rackets and Vicky. So the Taehyung Corporation is South Korea's largest corporation, so the Choi's are essentially royalty. However, lurking in the background of this family is a 100-year-old curse stating that the first bride of the family's first son must die. So now it's time for Kang-ju, the oldest son, to marry, but he's a real a-hole, so a normal relationship is completely out of the question for him. Enter in a lovely little family who is willing to sacrifice their daughter for him. However, they pull a bait and switch and pay some random villager gal to pose as their daughter so that they can sacrifice her, their real daughter, replace her, so that their family has the reputation of the curse breaker and they get to restore their secretly lost family fortune. Now the poser girl, Nadurim, no one was counting on her actually being so charming as to make Kang-ju sprout a soul and fall head over ears in love with her. But since this is a romance K-drama, they cannot actually be together because of stuff like huge misunderstandings and outside pressures, some secrets getting exposed, somebody gets pregnant, there's a vengeful ghost. So not worth it, 8 out of 10. So it's a comedy about a group of international college kids just going about their lives. It's on Netflix. The best of times, it's the worst of times. I mean, I had a blast. Sewon, she's a TA. She's in charge of managing the dorm. She runs a tight ship because she's like cheap or poor, I forget which. And she has like 1,000 other jobs, so she is really not here for the nonsense. She's not with the rah-rah-rah. Jamie is a new student at the dorm from America. He's got a secret. Sewon scams him immediately because honestly, he really just is the perfect mark. I'd bully him. Sam grew up in Australia. He's a little annoying, but it's not that bad. Minnie is Thai and obsessed with K-dramas. She just like me for real. Come on, natural blonde. Hunmin is from here, so he isn't allowed to live in the international kids dorm. However, his commute is 5 hours. So obviously he spends a lot of time squatting in his friends' rooms, and you would too. So don't judge him. Carson moved to Korea following her boyfriend because he is going to do his mandatory army service, and she lived with his grandma for a while, so that's how she learned Korean, so she talks like an old lady. I'll give you 3 guesses as to how that boyfriend thing goes. Terrace is Trinidadian. This man is aggravating to my soul. Do not ask me about this male harlot. Hans, Swedish, obsessed with rules, generally a little bit aggravating, but he does come through occasionally, you know, so I gotta give him his 7. So yeah, I do highly recommend this one. They do get up to some pretty funny stuff. It's a good ride. If you have been sleeping on the world of K-dramas, I hope you are awake now. And if you have been awake, put your forehead on the screen so I can give you a great big kiss. Mwah! Happy watching. Okay, bye.